Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to unlock a secret language your computer speaks. A language that can take you from a regular user to a straight-up productivity wizard. Yep, we're talking about keyboard shortcuts.
You totally know what I'm talking about, right? You're hunting for that one menu, you're dragging windows around, clicking through what feels like a million folders. It's like you're in this constant battle with your own machine, and the only weapon you have is the mouse. It works, for sure, but is it fast? Not really.
And that right there is the big idea we're diving into. Think about it like this. Your mouse is like a friendly tour guide, pointing things out, leading you down the scenic route. But your keyboard? That thing's a teleporter. It just zaps you exactly where you need to be, instantly. No path, no waiting, just action.
Okay, so before we start teleporting all over the place, let's do a super fast check on the tools we're actually using. We're just going to breeze through the absolute basics of how we even talk to our computers in the first place.
So first up, we've got input devices. And really all that means is, it's how we talk to the computer. It's how we give it our instructions.
Yeah, your mouse is great for pointing at stuff, and a mic lets you talk to it. But the keyboard, that's our focus today. It's for giving direct commands.
And then, on the flip side, you've got output devices. This is just how the computer talks back to us.
Your monitor is obviously the main one, but the source material also throws a pen drive in here, which kind of makes sense, right? You're sending data out of the computer and onto the drive. And of course, you've got storage devices, which is basically the computer's memory. A modern SSD is the perfect example. That's the super fast hard drive where all your files actually live. All right, Hardware 101 is officially over. Let's get to the good stuff. Okay, enough theory. It's time to start actually commanding this thing. We're going to start at the very top, taking control of your entire digital desktop. Think of this as your new mission control. Seriously, forget about dragging windows. You want to flip between your open apps? Just hold Alt and tap Tab on Windows or Command and Tab on a Mac. It is the #1 multitasking move. You need to clear everything and see your desktop like right now? It's just Windows key plus D. These commands let you run your whole workspace like a symphony conductor. Okay, now this is maybe the most important rule to get. If you're looking at all these different commands and it feels like a lot, just burn this one single thing into your brain. On a Windows or Linux machine, your go-to key is almost always Control. On a Mac, it's the Command key. That's it. Once you get that, you can pretty much guess your way through most shortcuts on any computer. All right, we've organized our desktop. Now let's zoom in a little and take control of the stuff inside our apps. These are the big ones, the shortcuts you are going to use all day, every day, in almost every single program. And right at the very center of it all is this, the holy trinity of shortcuts. Honestly, if you learn nothing else today, learn these three. They are the absolute bedrock of getting work done on a computer. So it's Control or Command X to cut. Think of the X like a pair of scissors. C is for copy. That's an easy one to remember. And V is for paste, which is just conveniently located right next to C on the keyboard. Just mastering these three will save you so much time, you won't even believe it. Now let's add the next layer of power. Need to select everything on the page? Control A for all. Made a mistake? Control Z is your new best friend. It's the universal undo button for, well, everything. And you should get in the habit of hitting Control S to save your work so often that it becomes a nervous habit. It's your ultimate safety net. Okay, these shortcuts are for managing the programs themselves. And there's a really key difference here. Control W will close the tab or the document you're working on, but Alt F4 on Windows or Command Q on a Mac, that quits the entire program. And, for those moments when an app just totally freezes up, Control Shift Escape or Command Option Escape, that is your emergency eject button. Let's be real, for a lot of us, the web browser is where we live on our computers. So let's turn that messy ocean of tabs and endless clicking into a super fast, smooth experience. Just picture this for a second. An idea pops into your head. Bam! Control C, you've got a new tab. You're reading an article, you see a link that looks interesting. Instead of losing your place, just hold down Control or Command and click the link. It'll open in the background for later. Done with the tab? Control W. It's gone. Whoops, closed it by mistake? Here's the magic trick. Control Shift T brings it right back. No panic, no stress, just flow.
And here are a few more power-ups for your web browsing. We already talked about the magic of reopening a closed tab. Seriously, it's a lifesaver. But what about finding that website you were on last week? Control-H pulls up your history. Can't find that file you just downloaded? Control-J opens your downloads folder. These are just simple little commands that cut out so much wasted time.
So we've touched on the hardware, we've organized our desktop, we've edited documents, and we've surfed the web, all using the power of the keyboard. So let's tie it all together. Here's the big takeaway from all this. Using shortcuts isn't just about being a little bit faster. It's a complete shift in how you use your computer. You stop slowly guiding it with a mouse, and you start giving it decisive commands with your keyboard. It's really the difference between walking somewhere and just flying there. But look, trying to learn all of these at once is just not going to work. So here's your challenge. Just pick one. Seriously, just one shortcut from this entire explainer that you don't use right now. Maybe it's alt-tabbing between apps, or maybe it's reopening a closed tab. Just pick one and make a promise to yourself to use it all week until it's just pure muscle memory. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Every single shortcut saves you a few seconds. And over a day, a week, a year, that adds up to hours and hours of time you get back. So the real question isn't just about how to use these shortcuts. It's about what you're going to do with all that time and focus they give you.